What's up, Academy? Welcome back. Listen, if you want to be a top tier SOC analyst or a penetration tester, you can't just wing it. You need a map. In the networking world, that map is the OSI model. Now I know it sounds a dry topic. It sounds like something that you'd find in a dusty old textbook behind a bookshelf in a library, and probably actually is on a bookshelf in a library, collecting dust. The OSI model has been around a long time, but if you don't know the difference between a layer 2 attack and a layer 7 attack, you're basically fighting in the dark. Today we're going to break down all 7 layers, so you can't stop guessing, and you start securing. So let's get to it. So first off, how do we remember the OSI model? I used a few different sort of phrases in the past, how I learned. And one of them is, please do not throw sausage pizza away. Or, all people seem to know data processing. Got it? I hope so. So let's get started. We're going to work from the basement. So the foundation layers, 1 to 3. Layer 1, the physical layer. So this is the hardware, cables, fiber optics, Wi-Fi radio waves. If a hacker cuts through your fiber cable, that's a layer 1 outage. The data link layer, this is where switches generally live. But we're not using IP addressing just yet. We're using MAC addressing. This is local. If you're hearing about ARP spoofing, that's a layer 2 fight. Layer 3, the networking layer. Now this is where it starts to go into the big leagues. This is where routers live and where IP addressing comes out to play. Think of this as the post office routing your data packets all across the globe. Then we're going to go a little bit further up, and this is the engine, layer 4. Layer 4 is the transport layer. This is the how. Are we sending data via TCP? That's the handshake protocol. It's reliable. It checks for errors. Or are we just using the UDP? That's sort of the fire or forget protocol, generally used for streaming. But just a quick cyber tip, this is where port numbers live. Anybody that's going through the certification path, Security Plus, CISSP, CISM, or even the Network Plus or the CCNA, know your port numbers. So when you're scanning with Nmap and you see port 80 or 443, you're looking at layer 4. As we go further up the model and we're looking at layer 5, layer 6 and 7, this is more the human side. So layer 5 is the session layer. This manages the conversation. It opens, coordinates and terminates connections between applications. Then we've got layer 6, which is the presentation layer. This is the translator. It handles encryption like SSL, TLS, and data formatting like JPEG or MP4. It makes sure data looks right when it hits your screen. Then we've got layer 7, the application layer. The one you actually see on your screen. So like see your web browser, your email client, your SFTP, FTP client. But a quick warning, most modern attacks, like your SQL injection attacks, your cross-site scripting attacks, are aiming right for this top layer, this top floor. So why do we learn this? Because as a defender or a penetration tester, you need to know where the blood is leaking. If a user can't reach a website, is it layer 7? Is it a cable issue? Or layer 3? Is it a routing issue? Or layer 7? Is it a server error? When you master the OSI model, you master the language of the internet practice. So I hope that's been helpful. Keep watching the episode, like, subscribe, save the videos, you're more than welcome to. So have a great time and carry on learning.